A very good afternoon to one and all. Today I'm going to talk about a very important topic called tax saving, tax planning for salaried employees. Every salaried employees are really worried because in our country of 130 crore population, only 1.5 crore people, yes, you're hearing right, 1.5 crore people pay taxes. And these are the people, basically, most of them are salaried employees. So, four important things which I'm going to discuss is how can you have your tax component reduced? What is the date of tax filing this year, 2020? And last and the most important, what are the tax saving devices? So, let's start with the presentation. Income tax provision for salaried employees. As per the taxation rule, it is mandatory for an earning individual to file a return, irrespective of the fact that tax has been deducted at source by his or her employer or not, and whether she or he is eligible for a refund. इसका मतलब है कि हर एक इंसान जो भी इनकम कमाता है उन्हें इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करना है. Revised tax slab देखते हैं. The revised tax slab is income from 2.5 to 5. It would be 5%. 5 lakh to 7.5 lakh, taxation at the rate of 10%. 7.5 to 10 lakhs, 15%. 10 lakh to 12.5 lakh, 20%. 12.5 to 15 lakh, the taxation rate is 25%. This is a comparison of new taxation rate and the existing scheme. Up to 2.5, both the tax regime, both the tax scheme, it is same, nil. 2.5 to 5 lakh, the rate is same, 5% taxation. 5 lakh to 7.5, earlier it was 20%, now it is 10%. 7.5 lakh to 10 lakhs, earlier tax rate was 20%, now it is 15%. 10 lakh to 12.5, 30%, now it is 20%. 12.5 lakh to 15 lakh, 30%, now it is 25%. And last, above 15 lakhs, the tax rate is 30%, which is same as earlier. This takes us to the thing called cess. What is cess? Cess is something which is levied on tax. That is, if I am eligible for an income tax of 5 lakh, then I am supposed to pay 2% as education tax and 1% as higher education tax. So it is called as tax on tax. Due date for filing returns. Every year the income tax has to be filed by salaried employees on 31st July. But this year, special provision has been made, and for 2020, we are supposed to file income tax return till 30th November. Tax planning. What is tax planning? See, we all want to save tax, right? We don't want to have a arrangement where we tend to do wrong or ill doings, because we are a people who are honorable citizens of country. So conceptually, how can I save tax? Can I save tax? The answer is yes, you can save tax. Exactly, there are two ways. The first way is called as salary restructuring, and second is investing in tax saving devices. Just let's have a look at what is salary restructuring. Person A who's getting a salary can have more of allowances which are exempted from income tax, and this way he can do it. Little confusing. Let's see an example. What are the exemptions under allowances? You can have a conveyance allowance up to 1600 per month, child's education allowance 100 per month, hotel expenditure allowance, uniform allowance, family pension received by the family members of armed forces, house rent allowances, actual HRA received, of 40% of salary, or rent paid minus 10% of salary. Entertainment allowance received by the government employees. Least is deductible 5,000 or 1/5 of the salary or the actual allowance received. Let's just see this with an example. What we have done is we have taken two different people. Both are having a take home salary of 10 lakhs. But what A has done is A has a basic salary of 5 lakh and B has a basic salary of 4 lakh. So as we all know, HRA plus HRA, he has taken HRA of 3 lakh and B has taken HRA of 2 lakh. Provident fund 60,000, 48,000, which comes to 12% of your HRA. Standard allowance, it is same, 40,000, 40,000. Leave travel allowance. Now, the most important things, we are going to do a restructuring from here. Exempted HRA for A would work out to 2.5. Exempted ARA will come for B as 2 lakh. Now, all the standard allowance remains same, but here the major changes. We will have the perquisites and allowance which are tax free, like meal allowance, mobile bill reimbursement, gift voucher, child education allowance, child hostel allowance, newspaper journal allowance, internet bill reimbursement. So the taxable salary of A comes out to 6,80,000 and for B it comes to 6,51,000. Professional tax, which is applicable to both, same, 2,500. Under the head income, under the head salary for A comes out to 6,77,500. For B it comes to 6,48,500. Standard deduction under ATC, which is same for both, 1.5 lakh. So we see the taxable component. For A, it is 5,27,500. For B, it is 4,98,500. Tax on income, 18,750 for A, and for B, it is 12,920. So, simple way, when you will have your gross salary less and have allowances which are eligible for tax reduction, you tend to save your taxation. Let's see the second process. Tax savings. How can I have a tax savings under deduction method? See, under deduction we have two things. Either we spend or we invest wisely. When I am investing for my future goals. The future goals can be my child planning, child education career plans, or my pension scheme, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, endowment traditional plans, 5-year fixed deposits, PPF. Or by spending, I can pay tuition fees, medical insurance, donations, education loans, housing loans, or life insurance. Now these are the sections under which I can get tax deductions. 80C, 80D, 24B, 87A, standard deduction, 80E, 80CCD, 80GG, 80TTB. Now, investment options to avail tax deduction under 80C up to rupees 1.5 lakh. These are the standard deduction for every employee up to 1.5 lakh. Life insurance, equity link, Employees Provident Fund, Public Provident Fund, National Pension Scheme, National Savings Certificate, Sukanya Samriddhi Account, Fixed Deposits, Post Office Tax Saving Deposit, Post Office Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, tuition fees of children, and home loan. Now, there are some extra tax reductions which may be applicable from person to person. Let's have a look. 80CCC. It is contribution to an annuity plan. LIC has one such annuity plan called as Jeevan Shanti and Jeevan Akshay. 80D Mediclaim, 25,000 in case of family and 50,000 in case of senior citizen. Health insurance, This is a health insurance benefit. Now section 24B, deduction of interest on home loan for property. Homeowners can claim a deduction up to rupees 2 lakh. Under section 87A, this is a new thing which everybody should know. Rebated tax is rupees 12,500 or tax payable, whichever is lower. Now I have taken example to explain three people earning, one is earning 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakh. Both has the same exemption of 2.5 lakh. Taxable income after basic exemption is same, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Tax payable. So what we saw over there, the tax payable would be the 12,500 or the lowest. For the A, it will come out to 7,500. For B, it is 12,500. And for C, there is no so provision. So he has to pay full taxation. Now, ATE, this is an education loan. ATCCD, NPS, that is called as National Pension Scheme. So apart from 1.5 lakh standard deduction, you can get 50,000 more deduction if you have invested in National Pension Scheme. ATG, in respect of donations made. ATTTA, on this is the most important thing which nobody, I believe most of us would not be knowing. Saving bank accounts. Yeah, your saving bank account interest is also eligible for tax deduction up to rupees 10,000. ATDD, you can claim up to rupees 75,000 for spending on medical treatments of your dependents. But the condition is who have 40% disability. Additional tax deduction is also there for an individual less than 60 years of age can claim up to 40,000 for treatment of specified critical ailments. ATEE, home loans which have been taken or sanctioned from the year 2016-17, they get extra tax reduction or tax deduction of rupees 50,000. In case of person with disability, that is he himself, if he is disabled, he can get tax deduction under two things. If he is having a disability of more than 80%, deduction amount is 50,000, and disability more than 80,000, deduction is 1 lakh. Why should you, this take us to the end of the presentation. Should I file income tax? Yes, it's most important. Being the honorary and the valued citizen of the country, it is first of all my duty to file the income tax. My total income is below taxable. I'm not required to file income tax. Income tax department has come with a notification that if income is below 5 lakh, no return is required. But still I should file return. Why? It helps me to get loan facility, home loan, personal loan, vehicle loan. It helps in refund in excess taxes paid can be claimed. And last but not the least, for visa and immigration. This takes us to the end of the presentation. I would conclude, we saw that the income earned on saving accounts is also eligible for your income tax deduction up to rupees 10,000. Last but not the least, you can save taxes by having a proper tax planning. For any more information, please mail me. I would be happy to assist you. Thanking you. Please like and comment on my videos.